The hour. Joining us this morning from the German Shepherd Rescue Alliance of Wisconsin, online at www.GSRAW.com, Michaela Aust. Good morning, Michaela.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. And for starters, tell us a little bit about the German Shepherd Rescue Alliance of Wisconsin.
Well, we're a volunteer organization who takes in homeless and otherwise unwanted German Shepherds. We socialize them in our homes, socialize them with our dogs, teach them some manners, like don't jump up on the table or on people, sit down, so that they can be adopted out to loving families.
Michaela, what is it about the temperament of the German Shepherd that makes them so available and so open to being rescued, retrained, and then able to live a full and healthy, wonderful life?
Well, they are very intelligent dogs. They're very loyal to their family. They can have high energy, so you have to make sure that you place them into the right homes. You have the occasional couch potato, but usually they're very active dogs, and you need to make sure that they go to homes who exercise them physically and mentally.
Michaela, do we have a ballpark as to how many German Shepherds that the GSRAW has helped out?
Well, we've been in existence since about 2000, 2001, and it must be over 700 dogs by now.
You're kidding me!
No, there's a lot of dogs out there that are just stray or given up for those reasons, like too active, people don't have time.
What? It kind of breaks my heart because German Shepherd is such a people dog. They will do whatever you want them to do. And,
it is. And that's why a lot of them come to us, because they're not really doing well in the shelter situation.
Right, because they don't have people.
Yeah.
And German Shepherd, it's kind of a misnomer because they should be called, people shepherds. And you have an event coming up tomorrow at the Capitol Brewery. Tell us about it and how we can get involved in helping these wonderful animals.
Yes, so it's at the Capitol Brewery from 1 to 5 tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And we call it Band to the Bone.
Band to the Bone!
The Gnarly Barley Boys are going to be playing.
The Gnarly Barley Boys?
Yes, they've been around for about 20 years. They're a local band here, so they're doing this for us for the third time, and they're playing for free. The Roman Candle will set up a booth at the Capitol Brewery, because usually there's no food.
Right.
And they will be selling their pizza slices there, and they will also donate part of their proceeds to us, so come hungry.
Okay.
At the door, there's a suggested $5 donation. You don't have to give it, but it would be nice. People are welcome to bring their well-behaved leash dogs.
Yay!
And, there's going to be music, raffles, silent auctions, and we have things like dog beds or restaurant gift certificates to raffle off. And so it should be a fun event.
It sounds wonderful, Michaela. And on a personal note, why is it that you became involved with the German Shepherd Rescue Alliance of Wisconsin?
I grew up with German Shepherds, and so by the time I had my own house, I figured the dog that I wanted is a German Shepherd. And so we looked for a rescue because I didn't want to start from puppy age on. Figured we don't have enough time for that. And then I just stayed in touch with my dog's foster home, got more involved, started fostering myself, and here I am 5 years later. The issue of puppy mills has been raised by numerous animal rights groups around our community, and I'm glad to hear that you go to rescue. I wouldn't recommend finding a domestic partner, which in my case, my cat is my domestic partner. I wouldn't recommend finding a domestic animal any other way other than rescue. Is there anything we can do other than to discourage people from puppy mills to make sure that we focus on the rescue community being the place where people find their animals? Well, I guess if you know friends or family who are looking for a dog, kind of educate them. There's also a lot of web pages out there about Stop Puppy Mills in Wisconsin. I don't know the exact web page right now, but there's things like that you can do. Get involved with the Stop Puppy Mill organization.
How does the German Shepherd Rescue Alliance of Wisconsin, Miss Shayla, rescue 700 dogs in 7 years without so much as a shelter and an all-volunteer organization? How do you do it?
Well, there's a lot of, I don't know.
A lot of foster?
It's a lot of work, and you know what you do it for. They're living beings, so you just jump in and help as much as you can, and if you love the breed, then you just do it.
Have you kept other German Shepherds at your house?
Our first foster dog was a foster failure, yes.
Oh.
We call it. So we joined the club Foster Failure 101.
What does that mean to have a foster failure?
Well, a lot of people get their first dog and then they want to foster, but then they fall in love with this dog and it fits in so well that they just decide to keep it, and it would break their heart to adopt this dog out.
That is the most common reason why I hear people won't become foster homes. Well, because if I meet the dog, I'm going to keep the dog.
Yeah.
And tomorrow at the Capitol Brewery from 1 to 5, events are going on all afternoon there, as well as music from the Gnarly Barley Boys.
Yeah.
And a $5 suggested a donation at the door, and of course it's the Capitol Brewery, so all the beer you can drink.
Yes.
Are the
apparently all the pizza you can eat. So.
Are these leashed and well-behaved dogs that'll be at the Capitol Brewery tomorrow? Will they be drinking?
It's not suggested.
I figured that would be the answer. I just wanted to throw it out there. Michaela Aus, our guest from the German Shepherd Rescue Alliance of Wisconsin. If we can't make it out to the Capitol Brewery tomorrow from 1 to 5, what else could we do for the German Shepherd Rescue Alliance?
If you know somebody who's looking for a German Shepherd, you can redirect them to our webpage.
Wait a minute. Let's just tell them if we know somebody who's looking for a dog. And then we can say, well, you know, these German Shepherds are great dogs.
Yes, they are.
See? So we'll just start by saying if we know somebody that knows a dog or wants a dog.
Yeah, well, as I said before, so you have to be the right person. You need to want to work with the dog. I mean, there's so many other needy dogs out there, and there's a lot of crossbreed rescues too. So it has to be the right person for the shepherds.
I was just trying to help you out, Michelle.
Thank you. And if you can't make it tomorrow, but you want to donate to our cause, on our webpage, the www.GSRAW.com, you can also just give us a donation there via PayPal. So that would be wonderful, too.
And how is the money used, Michelle, seeing as how you're an all-volunteer organization? I'm guessing there's a lot of dog food that needs to be bought.
Not necessarily. The foster homes actually just feed the foster dogs their own dog food, so they pay for that.
Wow.
The money is being used for spaying, neutering, any other vet bills, because all the dogs that we adopt out are being spayed or neutered, heartworm tested, microchipped, and you can imagine if you get a puppy actually in and they need everything, the puppy shots, that is more than the adoption fee covers.
So by the time you get your German Shepherd from the GSRAW, you end up with a dog that has been neutered or spayed, that has the shots, that has been taken care of, and that is healthy.
Yes, definitely.
Wow.
And if they're not, then we fix them up. So sometimes we get dogs in that might have some hip problems, then we get those evaluated. And sometimes they also get a hip operation. And you can imagine that costs a couple of $100. So the adoption fee will never, ever cover that.
Well, this is a great opportunity for people to support those that are supporting our animals, and I want to thank you for taking the reins in the animal population control issue, which we're never going to control the animal population by putting animals down. The only hope we have is by spaying and neutering them. And I don't mean to sound like Bob Barker here, but it's true. Michaela Aus from the German Shepherd Rescue Alliance of Wisconsin, gathering tomorrow at the Capitol Brewery from 1 to 5. Bring your well-behaved and leashed dog, but it can't drink unless it's got ID. And you can find out more about the German Shepherd Rescue Alliance of Wisconsin online at www.gsraw.com. Michaela, thank you. As always, we will talk to you again.